off there. Kai Bowman is the other two-way player in addition to Damian Lee. So Bowman will play the point guard spot. Juan Toscano-Anderson with Alfonso McKinney, Marquise Chris, and Jordan Poole for the Warriors.
Kai Bowman is an interesting player. We see him with the ball now, pick and roll. And he's got some quickness. He can get into the paint, get by his man, make some plays. Shot 37% in college. Didn't shoot it well in the summer league, but he's got room to improve there.
I think Caruso opened some eyes last year. He's playing now with Zach Norville, who had the 2 years at Gonzaga. McKinney, beautiful take to the rim. See, I think Zoe should switch that up a little bit. Don't always settle for the three. So I love that big step in the finish. Norville to Dwight Howard. Howard flipping it up and in and drawing the foul.
And there's the teaching moment. On the weak side, got to get in there and clog that up.
Well, Dwight Howard is 33 years of age. He was the first pick back in 2004. 16 years in the league, the 8-time All-Star, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Traded from Washington to Memphis, and then they bought him out. And the buyout really was because DeMarcus Cousins, unfortunately, tore his ACL. Missed free throw, and Daniels missing the three. Now this is the deepest of Warrior deep reserves, and offensively they're discombobulated. Jordan Poole had that knocked away and then had to commit the foul.
You expect that first preseason game, guys trying to figure out where to go. Still trying to learn the system. Saw a lot of that in practice. They're going over plays. The play breaks down, going into a drawn kick game. You don't want to have any hesitation offensively.
But I think it's going to be very weird about this preseason. When you play the same team 4 times out of the 5 preseason games,
get to know them pretty well.
You ain't going to really like them by the end of that.
Yeah, get to know them too well.
Yeah, you ain't really going to like that by the end.
Yeah. But you can tell these guys are enjoying this first preseason game because they've been scrapping and clawing against themselves.
Exactly.
Opportunity to get out and play someone else, even if you're going to play them 4 times. Still nice for them. They're enjoying this game. Guys are coming out here and playing. It's kind of getting away from them now for the Warriors, but learning opportunities. You're going to watch film after this, both offensively and defensively, see what you could have done better. See how you can work well together better.
Demetrius Jackson is checked in out of Notre Dame for LA. McKinney missing there. And Dwight Howard couldn't quite collect it. Caruso comes back to help him. Cycling around, and Norville missing that three. This group for the Warriors, who is going to shoot it? And how are they going to move it? They're kind of running sets that they just learned starting Tuesday.
Yeah. Alfonso and Poole have been aggressive throughout the game, especially Poole.
Bowman will launch a three, and the three-point shooting just hasn't been there for either team. Warriors 5 of 28, Lakers 6 of 25. So there's McKinney. Just keep grabbing rebounds. Let that be your calling card. And there you go. Just run the floor, Marquise Chris.
It's athletic.
Well, also Dwight Howard's 33 years old.
Exactly. He's not always going to want to run back. Marquise Chris taking advantage of that. Throw it ahead. Reward the big man for working.
You guys are going to vote who's got the best dance moves for a chance at Jonas Brothers tickets. So to my left, we got Julian from Martinez. Make some noise for him. And to my right, we got Anthony representing the South Bay in San Jose. All right, here we go. We're going to cue up some Joe Bros music and give us your best dance moves. All right, Julian, you're first. All right, let's get
Kind of hot today, though, so I started sweating a little bit. I was like, you know what? I think I need a scooter.
Troy Daniels with the step back. Well, the Lakers, as you mentioned, did not have enough perimeter shooting last year, and they have addressed that with Danny Green and Troy Daniels. Contavious Caldwell-Pope being re-signed.
Jared Dudley.
Yeah, Jared Dudley's another 3-and-D guy. Toscano Anderson drawing the foul.
Yeah, Troy Daniels is a sneaky good pickup. He could knock down some threes. But they definitely need to be able to space the floor to make more room for LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Yeah, another moving screen. You know, at some point, as the score becomes a bit more Laker-friendly, we got to have our man Tommy Adza pull back and show the size of the scoreboard in this building. Right? Because I've called games for Dallas Cowboy games. This is the single largest indoor scoreboard I have ever seen in any venue in the world.
It's the biggest in the NBA now. It is a monster scoreboard.
It is amazing. And between all the stats and the video and the replay, I mean, that scale doesn't even give you perspective. The first game you come to Chase Center and watch the Warriors, you are going to be blown away. And it's four-sided. Right. You know, so if you're in the end zone seats, you still have a great video board.
Yeah.
And that was part of Joe Lacob's idea. He wanted this just for basketball. This is not an ice hockey arena. He wanted acoustics for concerts. It's been incredible. And he wanted a scoreboard that everyone in the entire building would be able to see with clarity, and that's just a trendsetter right there.
And it's not only better for the fans, it's better for the players, too. When you're on the court, you can look up. They got the screens under the scoreboard. And those are bigger, too. You've got all the stats there. If you're trying to figure out how many points you got, you can see that, how many rebounds. It's all under that.
You been to a concert here yet?
No, I haven't. I know you have.
I went to Elton John, and we're going to the Who on Wednesday.
I heard it was amazing.
The acoustics in here are fantastic. Yep. I mean, there's an intimacy to this building, and I'm an idiot architecturally. I don't know what it takes to do this, but man, the people that set this thing up really knew what they were doing. Howard, good defense by Spellman, because Howard couldn't finish with the left hand.
Even the fans in the upper rafters, they feel really close.
Well, and they have the different clubs, as I said, for every level, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
McKinney! Those are shots that Alfonso's got to knock down. Russo tried to feed it to the rim, and Dwight Howard will be fouled.
He tried to throw it late there. He held on to it. He made it a little tougher on that weak side defender. Like, is he going to throw it? Is he not? Do I need to get over there? How much do I need to help? Do they got it under control? Do they not?
As camp gets going, do you get in shape is the wrong word, but do you get into basketball shape? Do muscles start to remember?
Yeah.
You know, what goes on for a player's body as camp kind of wears on?
Draymond was talking to all the players after Steve Kerr talked to them. They were kind of all in a huddle, and he was like, slow down a little bit. We're not going to get in game shape in one day, in one practice. Let's mentally lock in, and the game shape thing will come. And that'll come naturally, right? Hopefully you came into training camp in some kind of shape, right? So that'll come naturally. We'll get used to the flow of it. They're going scrimmage and all those different things, live drills and practice. That'll come. You got to lock in mentally. We were watching, and there was a lot of turnovers, and Steve Kerr didn't like that. We got to focus on turnovers. Mentally lock in. Don't go as fast. The speed of the game will come. We got to make sure we take care of the ball and we're mentally focused.
Now that is the regular season play. That's Jordan Poole on a draw and kick, and Spellman spaced out and railing an open three. That was nice to see right there.
He's going to get all kinds of shots like that. The bigs don't want to come out there, especially older bigs.
So Omari's first make, and so that's got to feel good for him. And he got kind of deked by Caruso there.
Yeah, he threw a hesitation at him. He kind of lunged at him, but here's your draw and kick. A little hesitation, jab step move, going to his left. Jordan Poole draws the defense in. Omari Spellman was ready for it.
You know, that replay showed too. I mean, Dwight Howard's 17 feet away from him.
Right.
You know, so it's a warm-up three. So if you can hit those, that's the counterbalance of all the size and everything the Lakers have, is that if Spellman can hit a couple threes.
Right.
We'll be with you with the T-Wolves October 10th right here from Chase Center. First 10,000 fans get the Warriors trolley car. All tickets at Warriors.com. The T-Wolves on the 10th and the Lakers again on the 18th. Even preseason tickets have been kind of at a premium.
Sure.
You got everybody saying, I got to get to Chase Center. I got to check it out.
I see this place. It's impressive.
Caruso, nice drop-off. Alex Caruso knows how to play.
You know, Omari Spellman over. He was on Dwight Howard. Going back to Dwight Howard. He's got great vision. On the play before, we were talking about Jordan Poole not going in there single-mindedly. Just read the defense. Everybody gets sucked in. Find your shooter. You don't go in there to shoot every time. You don't go in there to pass it every time.
They're Darren
defense.
They're Darren Spellman. He's 1 of 5 on threes, but we've seen Omari make close to 40%. So his issues in Atlanta weren't talent issues; they were fitness issues. And to beat the buzzer, McKinney banking that out. So the 8-point halftime advantage. The Lakers, more veteran reserves, and the Warriors youngsters scuffling offensively. Grows to 20 as we head into the fourth.
Warriors fans, we need your energy in the brand new Splash Zone fan section at Chase Center.
flip side, sometimes the defenders were there and they still just threw it over the top and the size got them. But I like the way they've kept playing. And this is an important time for a lot of these new faces learning the system. The coaches are looking to see who can retain information. We've been going through these plays and hammering these plays all through practice. Who can retain information, remember what they're doing out there, understand where they need to go, when to reverse the ball, all those different things. Aaron Harrison in the game now. Andrew Harrison, I'm sorry.
Another Kentucky guy.
Another Kentucky guy. He's a point guard. Got him and his brother mixed up. He's a twin.
I'll tell you what, they're making Dwight Howard play deep into this preseason game as he begins the fourth with Contavious Caldwell-Pope, Zach Norville. Does number 19 in the Lakers look anything like John Stockton?
David.
That is David Stockton, John Stockton's son.
Good passer. Good passer, obviously. It's in the genes.
I'd like to see Spellman hit a couple shots here.
Yeah.
Because if Willie Cauley-Stein's going to miss any time, you're going to have Looney and Spellman playing a lot of the center minutes.
If he can get consistent from beyond the arc, that would be huge.
And there's David Stockton, who looks and plays a lot like his dad.
Does.
Stockton ever get you with one of those back-breaking screens?
No.
He was one of the rugged point guards where, I'm not going to use the D word for dirty, but John Stockton, he'd get guys in the spleen.
Oh, he loves setting those back screens. And Steph sets good back screens, kind of like John Stockton used to do. But
Demetrius Jackson had the good defense. Ball ricocheting out of bounds. It'll stay Laker ball. So Glenn Robinson getting an opportunity. Along with Alfonso McKinney, Omari Spellman, Jordan Poole.
Continue to play. Continue to be aggressive. Leave nothing in question. You don't want to leave this game. The game ends and you feel like you didn't go as hard or you were passive out there. You're trying to turn heads.
Devin Marble also for the Warriors. That's Roy Marble's son.
Caldwell-Pope got up there.
Roy Marble is the leading scorer, his dad, in the history of Iowa. Iowa basketball. And Devin had played overseas after being in the league briefly for a couple years.
So these guys trying to make the team. If I'm them, I go up to the coach again and say, what do I need to do to make the team? Or what can I do to give myself the best chance to make the team?
How about Marble there?
Yeah.
He picked Stockton from behind. Nice play.
Came from his blind side.
And now it's getting a little ragged. Demetrius Jackson. He was originally with the Celtics, second-round pick out of Notre Dame. Demetrius Jackson had a very interesting story growing up. He was adopted by a family in South Bend, and actually adopted by the brother of one of my classmates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Demetrius family definitely had some hard times, and he was a student at Notre Dame, and it was very much like the basketball version of The Blind Side.
There you go.
He came and hung out with the Whitfield family, and they ended up adopting him.
Nice. Spent some time in the G League.
He did. I know him and know his story and know his family pretty well.
Yeah.
Omari Spellman wanted to see him hit a couple more shots and dropped in another three.
Keep shooting. Only way your percentage can get better is if you keep shooting.
Spellman was the #1 pick out of Villanova. Pascal was the #2. Spellman drafted last year. And, what's interesting is the Warriors, it came down to Spellman or Jacob Evans. They were looking at Spellman.
Yeah, Spellman moves well. I like his mentality when it comes to losing weight and getting back in shape.
Well, Steve Kerr got a great insight into Omari Spellman and Eric Pascal because Jay Wright was an assistant on the World Championship team with Steve. So he was there with Greg Popovich.
There you go.
Jay Wright's a Villanova coach, and so Steve was like, hey, I got two of your guys.
Yeah.
Tell me everything about both of them.
Yeah. And he is an NCAA champion.
So Eric Pascal, I was having fun with him and Jordan Poole at an event at Chase Center a couple weeks ago. He didn't have a driver's license.
What?
New York kid, man. New York and then Philly. And didn't get a driver's license. And Jordan Poole dropped in the three.
Does he want one? We need to get him taking the test?
I told him I'd go take the test for him. Take the test for him. He could just go pose for the photo.
How's your parallel parking?
Oh, no problem.
No problem?
No problem. I can get that done.
Big part of the test.
Kenny missing that three. But Eric Paschal and Jordan Poole spent so much time together after being drafted and then in summer league and been hanging out a lot in the Bay. I mean, the two of them have bonded as rookies very quickly.
Yeah. Eric Paschal, he's been called mini Draymond. He can stretch the floor a little bit.
Haycock, that's a nice move right there. You're undrafted. You played 4 years at UNC Wilmington. And you're looking to try to make the Lakers. Good luck.
Yeah. Haycock, his thing, he's kind of an undersized big.
Right.
Around 6'7", and he plays like a traditional big. But at his size, you want to be able to handle, you want to be able to shoot. That's probably why he was undrafted, so he's got to develop those other parts of his game.
Your Kentucky guy Harrison scoring on one end, and Demetrius Jackson coming back on the other.
See, for a guy like Harrison, I said this when he was at Kentucky too. What's your thing? What's your distinct thing that you can do? All right, you got some good size at the point guard position. Can you get penetration whenever you want to?
He played in 2 Final Fours when he was at Kentucky.
Right.
Jordan Poole, another three. Oh, I think Warrior fans are going to love this kid. Only 20 years old, and he is unafraid. He's got 14 points in 16 minutes.
He has a confidence that you don't normally see from a young player like him. He's not afraid to shoot it.
You know, I always think of, and this was Carmelo Anthony talking about it. Carmelo Anthony has one of the highest percentages in game-winning shots. Okay, you know, less than 15 seconds.
Right.
Okay, you know, Kobe only shot like 29% of his career in the final 15 seconds, but Carmelo's like 49%.
Right.
And he said it was the first game winner I hit. He said the confidence is repeated success. Jordan said the same thing, that once you start making shots, your belief system increases tremendously. So for Jordan Poole, hey, how'd your first preseason game go? Well, I put up 14 in 16 minutes against the Lakers.
Yeah, he's going to glean a lot of confidence from this one. And he's already got that clutch gene. You hit that monster shot against Houston second round. Yep. The NCAA tournament last year. So he's got it in him. I mean, overdose of swag.
If you never hit those shots, you don't have the belief because confidence is repeated success. Come through the first time. Paschal, good strong rebound there.
And you also kind of got to have that innate audacity to shoot him the first time.
Speaking of audacity, he launched that one. It bounced over the backboard. That was like a fading left. Reggie Miller is sitting courtside for TNT. That Reggie would shoot that one.
No shortage of audacity.
Even Draymond
loves it.
He's like, this guy hasn't seen a shot. Reggie's like saying the same thing.
That's a shot I would shoot.
Yeah,
I didn't start shooting that till I was 6 years in the league. He's already doing it.
Well, I don't think, you know, Warrior fans are very smart. But to really think of what missing Klay Thompson, I mean, defensively, that three-point shooting, I mean, he's only missed 21 games his whole career. He's going to miss at least 55 this season. That's before he's even reevaluated. But the rookie out of Michigan has not been a shot he doesn't like, and he can make more than a few of them. court.
Steph anticipated the pass, tipped it to himself, over the defender. That was smart. And then he's coming in here. He starts to lean like he's about to go up and punch when he lays it in. I can't lie to you, man. I still get a little nervous when he starts that lean like that.
I don't ever want him to dunk ever. Okay, and the layup counts just the same.
Right.
Landing, ankles, all that kind of stuff. I don't ever want him to dunk.
Yeah. And after he laid that in, he made like a calm down signal, like, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it right now. It's preseason."
Norville off the three, and that was Caruso with the creation again.
Glenn Rouse in the third. Got sucked in on that drive from Caruso.
If you're in a gold jersey and you can hit threes, that's when LeBron's eyebrows start to raise.
There you go.
That's what he wants.
I like to see that.
You haven't seen Pascal put it on the deck. How about that? He got all the way to the rim.
I say he's a nice combination of power and coordination. And he's got a wide body. He's kind of built like Draymond a little bit, but he can move a little bit. Watch him work defensively.
Well,
that's where
he has a 7-foot wingspan, too. And it's a nice block inside. Aycock stayed with it. You know, that's the thing. The average human being, your wingspan is the same as your height, okay?
Right.
But when you're 6'7", 6'6", like basketball, your wingspan is 7 feet.
You play a little bigger.
You play a lot bigger.
There you go.
Take and drive. That's your guy, Harrison.
Little in and out move there. Got him by Daniels.
Did you ever think of going to play overseas?
I did, but I wanted to go play in the D League. It was called the D League at the time. Now it's the G League. Just because I felt like I belonged in the league. And then I felt like I could be seen a little easier. It was easier for scouts and GMs and NBA teams to get out there and watch me instead of them traveling overseas to play.
You know, the one guy that I think came back ferocious and hungry from playing internationally that is prominent right now is P.J. Tucker.
Oh, yeah.
You know, P.J. Tucker, when he went overseas and then came back, Patrick Beverley, another guy.
There you go.
Went overseas and came back, and it makes you appreciate the NBA.
It really does.
And make sure you're putting in effort to stay in the NBA.
Yeah, definitely. He worked harder to stay in the NBA. If you talk to PJ, he was content to stay over there. He had a nice career going overseas.
Yeah.
And then got the opportunity over here and made a nice home for himself in Houston. Defensively, so versatile. Threes in the corner. He loves those.
Demetrius Jackson, good take inside, but couldn't finish. And then Jackson went and got his own rebound. Demetrius Jackson getting it done.
He's explosive down there. Definitely explosive. Get penetration, get into the paint. Finish at the basket, jump into defenders.
You saw Pascal take it inside, then a pretty good pass to Marble there. And then Pascal went and got the rebound. Eric Pascal still working hard. Still at it.
He's got a motor. High one.
They didn't end up with the basket, but just those second and third efforts kind of stand out.
You like that effort, man. Continue to play. This is an important time for these guys. No substitutes for game experience. We were just talking about we're sad to see Smiley get hurt because this would have been a perfect game for him.
Yeah, Smiley Gates is only 19 years of age. He was the youngest player in G League history last year at 18 as Jackson misses that jumper.
Yeah. He's going to continue to develop, but these games here are so valuable for these guys. Look at that little fake handoff.
Everything but the finish there for Pascal. Aycock, I don't know how many steps he took there. Now, they did clarify the gather and then
they talked
2
about
steps.
That
That's something that is a point of emphasis this year in the NBA. I'd like to see that one again.
Yeah. That may have been one that got away as far as the traveling call.
Final 4:20. Lakers have had the edge the whole second half.
From Steph Curry.
Steph Curry is a lot to handle.
Outstanding ability to handle the basketball. It's on a sprint. When this guy right here gets it going, there's nobody more fun to watch. As tricky as anybody with the basketball, the handle. It's encouraged handle now to get wherever he likes. It's a little razzle-dazzle. You hear the ooze from the crowd after the crossover. Wow, the handle with this guy. Quick roll there from Steph Curry. D'Angelo moves to get free with 2 defenders there. Curry, long two. Look at Curry. Curry, great crossover. He's such a challenge to defend. He's got a terrific handle, can create all the shots that he needs. And he delivers that.
Defenders in this league, it's just a whole nother level for young guys.
There you go. You learn there. Got a pocket pick. Next time you adjust. Okay, that doesn't work. I got to do that move a little differently. I got to show it maybe a little differently.
You know who was brutal to people with that was Andre Iguodala.
Oh yeah.
When he's like, "You're going to try to cross me over?" Never. Andre took great pride in that.
Hands.
That you are not going to. Draymond's the same way.
Precision.
You're going to post me up? Oh wait, you're calling for the ball on the block against me?
Stripping balls everywhere. Yeah, there's no Andre Iguodala in college.
No.
He can strip like that. No. The length, the lettuce.
Good movement by McKinney. Now, you credit Daniels for knocking that away, but Jacob had nowhere to go, and at least Alfonso tried to make himself available. Daniels can shoot, man. And there were stretches when he was a Rocket where you better find him as a three-point shooter. He's a factor.
2 for 5 now. Stretch the floor for sure.
Lakers, they're going to be as good as advertised. Okay. Damian Lee moving without the ball, and a better block by Demetrius Jackson.
That was a stagger, man. He just cut through. He was part of that screen.
Norville launching there. Hey, Kaycock, he'll bang and bump a little bit.
Damian Lee got hit in the face. Worse to that one.
Pascal comes back for the rebound. Warriors will play Minnesota on Thursday and then head down to LA, play the Lakers twice at Staples Center, and then finish off the preseason October 18th. As Poole hits another one.
Shooter's roll. That's 2 times he's gotten that shooter's roll tonight. So he rolled around the rim. That time, shot fake. They know he can shoot it. Defender goes flying. That's not an easy shot. After the shot fake, to shoot that three again.
17 points in 20 minutes for Jordan Poole with 4 made threes.
It's a good night's work for the rookie.
You know, you can find half the team saw Jordan Poole, as Norville hits that three, was it a first rounder, and half the teams had him late in the second. He was a very polarizing player in the draft because they didn't think he could guard, they didn't think he was physically strong enough, they thought he was too young at 20. But he had an individual workout. Actually, the Warriors brought him back twice. His individual workouts here, the Warriors were raving about him.
Gotta have him.
You know, they had 3-4 guys they were looking at, depending on how the draft ended up going. But Jordan Poole really impressed, and when he was there, the Warriors grabbed him at 20 very quickly.
That's the thing. When you're getting drafted, you only need one team.
Right. That's right.
To like you. And maybe he came here and focused in. It's like, I'm going to have a monster workout this time. They're going to be impressed with me. And he's impressed ever since then and still impressing tonight.
Well, it's also, too, you think about it. Wait, I'm in the league? Oh, wait, I'm going to the Warriors?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm going to be part of Chase Center? I'm going to live in the Bay Area?
Yeah.
Like, that's a win all the way around.
There you go. Oh, wait, I get to play with Steph and Draymond and Clay and learn from these guys and ask questions.
That's what I've loved about Jordan. He's almost in awe of Steph. He watches his work. He trails him around. He asks him all these questions. Like, he's got the great temperament of a rookie.
Right.
He's having fun, but he realizes how special it is to have a teammate like that. Damian Lee with a left hand and a nice finish over Stockton.
And if you're him and these young guys, ask these guys questions.
Absolutely.
These guys are more than willing to share their knowledge that they've gained with you. You're their teammate. They want you to do well. So go ask Draymond whatever you want. Go ask Steph. Go ask Clay. Go talk to him. He's taking advantage of that.
And it's a new role for Draymond, Steph, and Clay because you had David West a couple years ago. You had Andre. You had Sean Livingston. You had KD. Is that, you know, the three, you know, amigos that are still the main guys.
Right.
From a leadership standpoint, they are the oracles, just making the connection there, of all the basketball information. And these are all new young teammates. I love the carrot line from Draymond. I can't give anybody tough love because I'm not sure I love you yet.
Well, you're right. There wasn't as much teaching happening for them in past seasons with veteran guys here. Obviously, Andre and Livingston and David. These are guys that know how to play.
And Warrior fans know this, but you had the greatest 5-year run in the history of the sport. The Warriors had the best win-loss record over 5 years in the history of the NBA. They got 3 championships. They were the first team since the 60s to go to the finals 5 straight years. That is the ultimate heights of accomplishment. But now this is a new chapter,
right?
You know, with different characters as part of the mix.
A lot of new faces.
Stockton dropping in that 3.
He did that.
You'd be surprised if he couldn't shoot.
I know, right? What if he just couldn't shoot, couldn't pass? You'd be like, what is happening?
You know what's going to be interesting for us is that Minnesota will be very different. They're, you know, we've got Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins and Okogie and other guys. But when we do the game on the 18th and it's the final preseason game, how do the Warriors look against the Lakers in that game? Exactly. Steve Kerr's team will have seen the Lakers multiple times. And what kind of growth do you get out of guys?
You want to continue to get better. Offensively, there were some possessions where they looked a little out of whack at times.
Right.
Guys hesitating, not really knowing where to go. Do I move here? How do I move without the ball? When do I reverse it? All those different things. There were some mistakes defensively.
I also
clean up those mistakes.
Hopefully Kevon Looney would be available later in the preseason because we just saw Anthony Davis, and you don't want Jacob Evans to have to be guarding Anthony Davis again.
Yeah. Can you get healthy? That's the main thing. Injury bug's already hit. We knew Clay was going to be out. Now Willie Cauley-Stein goes down. Looney, Smiley, Alec Burke.
Yeah, that's a lot of bodies.
That was a great pickup. Willie Cauley-Stein.
You just like all the Kentucky guys. You just want them to get everybody from Kentucky.
Well, that's true. Obviously, it's the greatest school ever.
Well, you went back and got your degree.
I did.
I mean, that impresses me the most.
Dean's List.
McKinney met Jackson at the top. The final 20 seconds, Alfonso not letting that easy bucket go down. Damian Lee is fouled, and he's okay. That's good.
Wait till the final whistle, though. I like it, Damian. Keep attacking.
How'd you do that? When you you have your off season and said I want to go back and get my degree? How'd you do that?
Yeah. So I was already done playing. That was after 2013 when I was done, and then I kind of just put everything aside. And my advisor was like, you know what? Just come here 6 months, knock it out, you're done. At first, I was like, absolutely not. I'm not going back on campus. I'm going to be the old guy. I'm going to look weird. Then I was like, you know what? I've been kind of taking little classes here and there. It'll be faster if I just do this. 6 months, went over there, got it done, Dean's List.
It's good for you.
I'm out of it.
That's great.
I was so happy I did it, too.
Anthony Davis, another Kentucky guy.
They're everywhere.
DeMarcus Cousins, another Kentucky guy.
You can't get away from us.
So that will do it for the first preseason game. Lakers got off to the big start. Warriors made a nice little comeback. Very entertaining first half. Deeper reserves in the second half. And all LA really in the second half. And Steve Kerr and Frank Vogel are talking about the rotations they played. I think there was a good spirit with the two coaches. Let's play all our main guys in the first half.
Yeah.
And then let's let the deeper reserves play in the second half.
Yeah.
You didn't throw LeBron and Anthony Davis back out in the third, fourth quarters and stuff. That was good.
No, that's good. There's always an agreement with the coaches. Each coach knows how the other coach is going to do, especially in the preseason. Now, once the regular season starts, we're not talking about our strategy or none of that. But
so size up the West a little bit. Like if you look at last year's standings, and I know teams have changed so much, but the 8th seed in the West, it took 48 wins for the Clippers to be the 8th seed. Now the Clippers and Lakers weren't even a playoff team. So if you look at the Western standings, Oklahoma City obviously seismically changed their roster. Now the Warriors had 57 wins, and there's Durant and Iguodala now, and Sean. I mean, they'd be very different this year.
Yeah.
But Denver is legit. Houston added Westbrook. Portland got Hassan Whiteside. I think Utah getting Bogdanovich and getting Mike Conley. I think the Utah Jazz are going to be exceptional.
Sneaky good.
I don't see the Thunder being a 6 seed again.
No.
San Antonio apparently just can make the playoffs every single year for the next 40 years.
Pop finds a way. The Clippers, they're one of the championship contenders.
Clippers might be the favorite when you think of
Probably.
Paul George.
Kawhi Leonard. They got a great supporting cast. Yeah, they lost to Noah Gallinari, but you still got Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell. It just makes you look crazy with his effort.
And also, you can't get off to some terrible start.
No. Every game is important.
So when you
sense of urgency is back.
You look at the beginning of the year for the Warriors is, yes, they'll get the Clippers here.